Good Monday morning, everyone in LifeWave Land. Welcome to the Monday Morning Miracle Call, also table chat. And that's what we do. We come together as a community, and community is one of the things I love the most about being LifeWave. This incredible, beautiful, heart-centered community. All these I get every week, and people I get to interact with and connect with, and spreading the LifeWave love around the world. Good morning, Shannon. So everyone, this Monday morning chat is an opportunity for us to come together, our love for these incredible LifeWave products. And and I love the cat. I love the fact that we can do a home-based business, and we have cats and dogs, and we have all kinds of wonderful things going on in the car, or we're working out or whatever, because this business fits whatever we are doing if we want to make it that way. It's a lifestyle business, and I love it. And I love seeing all your faces. Good morning, everyone. If you are new to our community or just new to this chat and you have not been with us on a previous Monday, we would love to welcome you. So if you're not too shy, you want to raise your hand and say hello, and either we would love to welcome you very specifically to this community and this call. So on Monday mornings, Karen O'Neill and I'm Michelle Niels, and Karen O'Neill and I share this wonderful Monday morning miracle call. And the purpose of it, for those of you who are new, is to share our testimonials. So many times we will hear things on this call trigger our mind, like, oh, Aunt Susie or Uncle Joe or my best friend has that condition, or I've been wondering about that. How do I patch that particular condition? And so you will receive call, and we welcome all of you. And it's a chance to just share what your love is for these patches and your experience. So just a disclaimer that we always speak at the beginning of our calls: heal, prevent, diagnose, cure any disease or disease condition. And so to be compliant, we need to.
Hey, Michelle, I don't know what's going on, but you're breaking
up.
So Michelle, you're breaking up. We're missing some of your words, and we want to hear you. Yeah.
So my internet, is it any better there? Is that better?
Talk for a bit.
Is that any better?
It sounds better. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a kind of a booster for my.
Nope, you froze.
This is an opportunity to share. Is it better? Okay. So is it still breaking up?
Well, you froze for a bit. Keep talking.
Okay.
You froze again.
Any disease names so that we can remain compliant. So I am going to open to whoever would like to start. And it says, someone's saying if the video is off, let me just see. Yeah, should I turn my video off for a minute?
Yeah, try turning your video off, hon. Good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up, and if anyone has a question or a testimonial, please go to the reaction button at the bottom of your screen and click on that, and you can raise your hand, and then I'll call on you. Julie, I believe Julie, and you have your hand up, and then Ernestine. So Julie, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, hi. Hi, I'm Julie, and I live in Tallahassee, Florida, but I am Australian. So nice to see everybody. I discovered LifeWave about 2.5 weeks ago. I'm an elite athlete, and I had a calf injury, and that had been going on for about 4 weeks, re-injuring it, not being able to play. I go and play nationals, and I've got world titles coming up, and I was like, oh my gosh. And a lady that is from one of my groups in town just said, try these patches, you know. And I put on the X39 and I put on the Eon on my calf. It was a miracle. I can't say anything else, because I was supposed to be playing tournament. I was going to pull out, and my friend was like, no, just try it. And I could feel it healing while I was playing, and my movement improved. Yeah, and I mean, we won the semi-final, and then I went and played the next day, and I felt like I had a new calf. I couldn't believe it. So that was a miracle. And I also tried the energy enhancer. I love it. I'm using it with the X39 and the X49, and I've lost 11 pounds in about 10 days. So it's fantastic. I love it. No doctor could have helped me. I mean, honestly, but yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you've got several things going there. Oh my gosh. That is,
Uh-oh.
if you're familiar with our Vibrant Facebook page, are you guys hearing me? Is the connection okay?
We hear you sometimes.
Okay, well, if it gets bad again, I'll go.
Yeah, why don't you turn your video
take the
off?
video. Julie, thank you, and welcome to our, okay. Thank you, Julie, and welcome to our Live Younger community. We are so happy you're here, and thank you for that one. We would love to have you posted in the Vibrant Living Facebook page so more people can so it can be preserved for posterity. So do you know about the Vibrant Living page, Julie?
Yes, I was invited into it about a couple of days ago, so I'll go there and do that.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we would love to have that shared in there. Thank you. Ernestine, you're next, and then Leslie, and then Liz.
Okay, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to share this story because it's about my brother-in-law. He came here on Thursday, barely walking. So I put an ice wave on him and an X39, I think. I patched him so much, I forgot what I used. I should have written it down, but I didn't. Well, anyway, he left Friday morning, and he slept in the patches that I put on him. He left here Friday morning. He came back Saturday afternoon, still in discomfort from his foot. And we're sitting on the sofa watching TV, and he said, the ringing in my ear is gone. We weren't even working on that. He's had the ringing in his ear for probably 20 years, he said, constantly. So that's my story. I'm so excited.
Ernestine, that's awesome.
All right, thank you. I know, I was so excited for him. And I told him that I said, I can't wait to share that Monday morning. Don't tell them my name and don't tell them where I live.
And which
I really think it was the X39 because I put Eon on him. I put glutathione on him, and X39 and X49. But I really think it was the X39, knowing what I know about how that works. And he did get a little relief from his foot, but nothing. I didn't even know he had ringing in the ears. And we're sitting there Saturday afternoon, and he said, the ringing in my ear is gone. So there you go.
And that was something that he dealt with for 20 years, did you say?
At least. Constant.
Wow. I love it. Thank you, Ernestine. Beautiful.
You're welcome.
And Leslie, please unmute. You're next.
Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful for this group. Um, I was a teacher until I became disabled 20 years ago. I had a neurological storm of pain in my head and other places, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't teach. Yeah, I didn't have any energy. And 1 year ago, almost to the day from today, I started X39. And what I immediately felt was just this surge of energy. It was like from another country of my life. It was amazing to try to even recall that. And by the time I had worn it for 3 months, I felt strong. I felt like my muscles were talking to me saying, use us. and and then I was able to concentrate. I was able to sleep. I was able to recall things. I can play Jeopardy again. I used to love to do that. And I feel like I literally have my life back after 2 decades of being out of it completely. So that's my story.
Oh, Leslie, what a heart warmer. Thank you. I hear that phrase. I got my life back. Thank you. That's just beautiful. When the cognitive function especially comes back, especially for us baby boomers, we celebrate big time. Thank you, Leslie. Liz, and then Cynthia.
Well, good morning, everyone, and it's great to be here. I just wanted to give a very big shout out and thank you to Harris Williams and Connie Lucas for the great event that we had in Sarasota on Saturday. We had David Schmidt there, we had Emily, we had Lori, and the event was just really, really outstanding. And people were on the edge of their seats the whole time listening to David. And at points he was saying, do we need to get you guys some coffee? Because nobody was reacting to him because they were so busy trying to take notes and write down what he was saying. He just was really spot on Saturday. So
I think they were really energized there, really excited. Oh, that's awesome.
They were. So thank you.
That's awesome. Liz, are you new to this call or have you been on before?
Oh no, Robin can tell you about me.
Liz helped create Live Younger success.
Oh, Liz,
Liz is a rock in our life.
Oh, awesome. Well, nice to see you, Liz. Thanks for rocking our lives. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks. And at some point, I'll share all of my medical stuff that I've been going through and getting the miracles that have been happening with the patches for the past year or so, but not today.
All right. We look forward to it. Thank you, Liz. Yeah. If you'd like to unmute, we'd love to hear what you have to share.
Yes, thank you.
And then Robin, and then Allie.
Thank you for taking my question. I've been on this call before, but I'm relatively new to LifeWave. I've been in the process of moving, which means that my health has been very much up and down because I'm overdoing and then patching. But I'm moving today without the cane. I don't know where it is. I think it's in the kitchen, but that's neither here nor there. Question, on one of these calls, not the Monday morning call, I heard a chiropractor say it didn't make a difference if you use patches 12 hours on, 12 hours off, or 24 hours on and 24 hours off. And since I work with people who are very much at the edge of their budget, I was kind of pushing the 24 hours on and 24 hours off just to get them started. And I spoke to my upline who said, oh, no, you could be I don't know the word, but getting your body accustomed to it.
Attenuation, is that the word you're
Anyway,
looking for?
that's it. So yeah, can you speak to that, please? And if you cut out, I'll ask Robin to, but yeah, thank you. That's my question.
Are you hearing me, Robin? Can you give me, I don't know if I'm being heard. Yes?
I'm hearing
Okay.
you right now, yes.
Oh, some of you are cutting out on my end. So I would love for Robin to back this up. I have heard that back in the early days, there were some chiropractors that, that did, I think it was Dr. Nicholas.
That sounds familiar, yeah, okay.
The attenuation is, can you hear me? Yes?
Yes.
That the attenuation is a real,
You keep cutting out. The
I'd like to go with
attenuation is a
what
real
David
problem.
Schmidt has. What that means, for those of you who might not have heard that word, is that the body will get accustomed to the signal. It's kind of like if someone taps you on the shoulder, at first it startles you if you weren't aware. Shoulder, you're gonna just your body's gonna just tune it out. So the body will get used to that signal that is given by the patch, and so that's why we wear it for 12 hours on and.
Okay. So
there are people who forget, they leave it on for 16 or 17 hours. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay, you're cutting out a little bit, but what I got out of that was the attenuation is a possibility if you're wearing it longer than 12 hours. If you let it go 16 or 17, don't worry about it, but don't make a habit out of it. And the 24 hours is too long.
Yes.
Okay,
and
that's what I needed to know, yes.
Some people can get a little bit of a heat rash. I've heard David say that. He said 1 in like 10,000 people have an allergic reaction to this very medically.
Oh, I'm one of those people. That's why I have this.
Adhesive on the patch. But if you wear it for too long, that. So Robin, would you like to say something else about that?
Sure. Thank you for that. And I don't have the exact science behind all of this. David does. We like to do what David recommends, which is 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And sometimes people do the 24 and 24. And if it's working, great, do it. Dr. Nicholas did. That's the way he used to use it in his practice, is he'd have people wear it for 24 hours and then take a break. So the body needs a break from the signal. Exactly when the timing is, I don't know. I really don't. And I don't think they've got the science behind it to say exactly. And everybody's body's different. If they're still getting results, great. Continue that way. When the patch is off the body, it's still working, which is very exciting. So there are, some people, we don't know how long a patch is going to last because everybody uses it differently. If you think of it like a battery, and that, your body draws from the battery. So some people are going to draw more than others. So it may last longer. The reason David doesn't want people to use it twice is what Michelle started to refer to, when it's on the skin for so long, or you could pick up some bacteria or something, and it is closed when it's on your skin. There's no air that gets in there. There could develop some kind of rash of some sort. And there are some people that do take half the adhesive off and wear it once, and then give a 12-hour break and do it again. A lot of people take the patch after they've used it and put it on their animals. We have 5 animals and they're all patched. So we do that. So try different things and see what works. Yeah.
Thank you. Can I speak again for a minute?
Sure.
She had mentioned the adhesive, and I wore the patches at first and got a rash after like 10 hours. And so, I always keep them on my clothes now. And I have met another person, so it's not 1 in 10,000, or I have the small world who also gets rashes. So we're just putting them on clothes. What was the other thing you said? I wanted to speak to this on another call, but you just said something that triggered it. I tested this when I first started. It's an MLM. I'm not going to trust them. These patches might last forever. So I tried by this time I wasn't wearing them on my skin, so the adhesive wasn't an issue. And I taped the same 4 sets of patches. I was using X39 and Ice Wave, 12 hours on, 12 hours off for 4 days running. They worked for 2 days. And after that, I said, okay.
Yeah.
That was what I needed to know. So thank you very much.
Good. And Rita said she is a customer who uses X39 for 12 hours every other day and still got good results. Her motive was to save money. So you can be creative with things. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Michelle, where are you? Yeah, this is a rough one,
So-
Michelle. We're
So
losing-
Robin-
Robin, I'm moving. Can you hear me better? I'm moving to the main house. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Great, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you have a share, Robin?
Oh, I actually have a few. I got a referral from a friend of her massage therapist, and when I talked to her on the phone and asked her what was going on, it was a very, very long list. And she came over the other night so I could patch her. And I just kind of had to sit there after I listened to everything, like, where do I start? Well, I started with pain relief. She lives in a level 7 pain 24/7. And she was so joyful. I couldn't believe it. She goes, I have a high tolerance for pain. And I went, oh my gosh. And the more I asked, and this is an invitation for everyone to just say, what else? What else? Because she kept going, and I would have never known by how she was behaving, but she had several brain injuries. She was in the military. She had PTSD. I'm not supposed to label things. Oh, Robin, she had all kinds of experiences from being in the military, and that were very shocking to her. And so I made up a hat for her. And while she was sitting there with the brain balancing protocol on, she was like, her ears were popping. She was like, she felt all kinds of things going on. And I said, well, is this a good feeling? She goes, it's a great feeling. She was so excited. And she left here with 3 X39s, 3 Eons, and 3 Ice Waves for herself, for her boyfriend, and for her mother. She was so excited she could hardly stand it. And her pain went down from an 8 to about a 2. So it was exciting. And Gregory's calling. You want to say hi to Gregory? Gregory, we're on the morning call. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi to everybody.
Good morning. Hi, Gregory.
Sawadee-ka.
Why? It's nighttime here. It's almost 10:30.
Yeah. Do you have something you want to share?
Well, I just miss everybody. And it seems like the products work just as well here as they do there.
I hope everyone heard that. The products work just as well in Thailand as they do here.
Yes, we heard you. Yeah.
This afternoon, they opened for business and successfully started processing orders and people picking up orders at will call.
Okay, they have a will call set up and people are picking up orders, and the order processing is going smoothly, and it's very exciting. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, love this, everybody.
You want me to call you back, hon?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay,
Okay.
bye. Okay, so that was part 1. Part 2 is I had a shoulder injury and I was having dry needling done, and it was hurting. And I was lying in bed going, I can't get to sleep with this. So I went, you better get up and put an Ice Wave on. And I want to thank Michelle and Dr. Barbara, because I put one patch on one side of the joint and one on the other, handled, went to sleep. Over to you.
Handled. All right. Thank you, Robin. Oh my gosh, there's so many awesome, juicy testimonials this morning. And wow. Okay, let's see if we can get the last 3 people in. If you all keep it relatively brief, we'll be able to get Allie, Carolee, and Mike, all of you in the next few minutes. So Allie, go ahead and unmute. Welcome.
Thanks. I had this unexplainable, I don't know, it happened twice in the last 2 weeks. I woke up in the middle of the night with my tongue so swollen, it hardly fit in my mouth. It was hard to swallow and a little hard to breathe. And thank goodness I had patches. I went and I put glutathione that here, because it also hurt. My tongue and my throat and everything hurt. And I also put an Aeon, maybe it was here. Anyway, those 2 patches, the first time in 20 minutes, the swelling was down. When it happened the other day, it took more like 12 hours. But the fact is, I was scared. I didn't know what it was and it hurt. And it all healed very quickly. I'm grateful.
Oh my gosh, Allie. Well, I just want to say that sounds like a potential allergic reaction.
That's what I
When
thought.
when the tongue swells, that's a really scary situation. So I just want to be on the record here saying that if that happens, you go ahead and patch, but it's definitely appropriate to go and seek medical attention. I don't think that we cross that off, seeing a physician. Go ahead and put the patches on and then get to an urgent care, because that could be an allergic reaction. So I'm really, really glad that you were that helped and it all turned out okay. So yeah, I cut my finger really, really badly, and I had to go to the ER, and I slapped a X39 on, and the pain went from a 10 to a 5 in about 1 minute. And I still had to, seek medical attention. So sometimes we have to do that, but we are so blessed to have these to get us through the storm. So Carolee and then Mike.
Hi, I did a vendor event this weekend at a gun show, and I met the vendor next to me. Was towards the end of the day, she was talking about how much pain she was in, and it was mostly knee related, but kind of all over. So I brought her over some patches. She put the Ice Wave on the bottom of her feet, and she put an X39, and I think Eon was the other one I brought her, and immediately started feeling it, and then proceeded to have one of the best night's sleep she's had in a while, and she's a new customer. So and there's many more stories, but I just wanted to share that one. It was a good weekend.
Carolee, wonderful. Thank you. Did you say, where were you this weekend? At a trade show, you said?
A gun show. I had a booth at a gun show. And
you had your patches with you.
I did.
So great.
I did.
Never leave home without them. That's the motto. We really need to keep them on us. I hear so many stories about people at the hair salon and the hairdressers complaining about neck pain, and we can patch them. We can help people everywhere we go, in the grocery store. Thank you, Carolee. All right, Mike.
Michelle, actually, she had a booth at the gun show. She was an exhibitor.
An exhibitor of the patches.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that just seems like an unlikely place to do LifeWave, but I say more power to you. I'm like, that's a great.
Gun shows are amazing because the wives come along and they need something to do.
Oh my gosh, I love that idea, Carolee. Oh my gosh, because we have them here a couple times a year in Colorado. That's a great idea. Thank you. All right, Mike, you're next.
Okay, talking about attenuation and stuff on the LifeWave patches. For the longest time, when I took off the X39s, I put them in an envelope because I figured I'd use them on cats or something down the road. And I have this whole stack of used X39s. And then a couple of days ago, I had, when your schedule changes and all of a sudden you can't do it every 12 hours. I have a situation where maybe I need the patch, but I don't want to put a new one on because I'm only going to have it on for 5 or 6 hours and then I'm going to toss it. So I go to the patch, to the envelope that has all the used X39s, take a couple of them out, put them on athletic tape and stick them on my shoulder. And therefore I get like a good 4 hours of what's left of the X39. Rather than using a new one. Now that may not be kosher, but it works.
When you say you haven't used them for quite as long and then you put them in a baggie. That's good that you put them in a baggie. It keeps them from, dust and dirt and bacteria. And yes, I have heard of people doing that and using a used patch. I do believe that it's one of the doctors shared that the patch is like a battery and your body is like the appliance. And different appliances draw from the battery differently, right? I mean, one person may draw everything out in 12 hours and it's all used up. And someone else may get a little more use out of it. So that's not a bad idea. Saving them in a baggie and applying them when you only have a few hours to use them, and maybe using 2 or 3. Not a bad idea, Mike. Thanks.
Well, something else is I can't get to my back, so I put patches on the waistband of my trousers. And if you change pants out, you might only wear those pants for 4 hours. So I'll have 2 or 3 of them on that have cooled off. And so that when I go to use the pants again, I don't necessarily have to patch the pants again because there's a couple of used patches sitting there.
Yep. That's another great idea. Putting them on the clothing if you can't reach your spot. Yeah. Especially for back issues. All right. We're going to finish with Myrna, and then we're at the bottom of the hour. And then I'll turn it over to Robin to share about this evening. So Myrna, go ahead and unmute.
Hi, Michelle. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. My son is a teacher, and he has a student who plays volleyball, and she had pain on her shoulder. She dislocated her shoulder. So she's in severe pain and so was not able to play volleyball. When my son arrived, he asked me, "Mom, what do you think can I do?" Because she really wants to play volleyball. And so I gave him a patch. I told him, give the information to her mom, and then ask the mom if she wants, she can put the patch on her. So the mom was very intrigued, and she is also a medical professional. So she put the patch on the girl in the morning, and that afternoon they have a volleyball game. And my son said, "You better tell me what you really feel, because if you have pain, you cannot play." So he let her put her shoulder, her hand way up and down, and make a roundabout, so that when she serves, it's the right hand. And she was able to play. And she did not have pain. She had a good sleep that night. And so the mom messaged me and she wants more information. So I gave them another 2 patch, and the mom's boyfriend also wants to try the patch. Thank you.
Thank you, Myrna. Yay. It's about giving and sharing this love, sharing this technology, sharing these gifts. I mean, we have almost an ethical obligation, to just spread the word. We don't want to see people that we love, or even people that we don't even know well. You might meet a stranger at the grocery store and they're talking about something, or your hairdresser, or it feels so good to share this amazing technology with people. So Myrna, thank you. I love that story. And we have a lot going on in the chat. I haven't had a chance to even look at that, but Robin, we're at a little past the bottom of the hour. Would you like to come on and share about tonight's call?
I will. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, I love hearing your stories. And yes, never leave home without them. I have my first aid kit, and I learned that from Dr. Tiana, so I carry my little patches with me. So this evening, we are going to hear from several people that were in Sarasota. So if you were one of those and you want to briefly share a highlight for you from being with David at the event, that would be great. I think we have plenty. We've got a lot of people lined up, so we'll see how much time we have. But I really want everyone to pick up on the amazing energy. And I heard that there are a lot of guests, and about 80% of them signed up on the spot. So that's exciting. David was totally on. I mean, he's always on, but oh my gosh, pretty amazing. And speaking of David, he did a call last week, a little unusual. I pinned it in the Facebook group. because he did a brief overview of all the patches and the technology. And so it's, we have that video from Dr. Nicholas, but here it is right from David. And so it's about 6 or 7 minutes in when he starts talking, but he does give a little history of the company, a little bit, but more about the technology, and he goes through each patch, and then it's very generous Q&A, and there are some very interesting questions. We are, we support everyone's choices, and David's a researcher, he's a scientist, and he's been doing research that for people that have had the mRNA vaccinations, and he is seriously concerned about inflammatory levels. And so please, if you know people that have been, that have had the injection, make sure that they're using the patches, because they'll be much better off. The inflammation has been, he did a webinar not too long ago. He's going to do a follow-up one. He's speaking from an ethical, scientific responsibility of what he's observing in his research with people that have had the vaccination. So just know that there's some very valuable information on that for you and for your loved ones. And he gives recommendations of things to have at home that can really make a difference. So that's a public service announcement from David. Tomorrow night we have Dr. Tom, and Dr. Tom was down in Sarasota too. He sent me a picture this morning out on the boat with Harris. Harris is our recreational specialist. Harris and Connie did an amazing job and had a great event, and everyone was thrilled. It was fun connecting to people afterward. I got to feel the excitement afterward with that. The newsletter we'll go over the newsletter tonight, because there's some new things coming up with the company. And I just want to remind any of you, because we have a lot of people from the Live Younger community that are going to Mexico. Today is the date to send in your registration information. And it's a little tricky when you got the email on the 8th, there's a link that says you have everything ready. That's where the form is, the registration, where you have to put all your information in. So that is due today. And that's why I want to say it now versus tonight. And I think it's time for us to go. We had a wonderful call. Thank you, Michelle. And I'm not sure about your voice. We lost a lot of what you were saying. So please see if you can get better connection, because we want to hear you. Okay.
I will do my best next week. Yes, I will make a change.
It's important. So thank you for your great stories. Thank you, Michelle.
Everyone. We had over 90 people on it. Yes,
Yeah,
we had a wonderful call.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you,
usually
everyone.
breaking 100. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a great call. Have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Bye. Thank you. Have a
Blessed
blessed day,
day.
everyone.
Blessed day.
Thank you,
Blessed
Robert,
day,
Michelle.
everybody.
Have a
Take
wonderful
care.
day, everyone.
Bye-bye.